Good morning, my YouTube viewers. Crystal here. What I wanted to do this morning is I wanted to give you a code review. The reason why I'm giving you a code review is because I'm endeavoring to embark upon this Kaggle competition question about Connect4. And it's quite difficult for me to do that because it's to do with the game. And what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to do a simulation. So I've never done a simulation before, and I've never used artificial intelligence before, and I'm not much of a game player. So if you watched my last video, you'll know I'm not much of a game player because I just wasn't brought up to play games. When I was 6 years old, my mother told me it was my responsibility to get up, get dressed, and get to school every morning. So I've been responsible for myself ever since I was 6 years old. And then when I was like 8, when I was in the second grade, so that would have been 7 and 8, I lived with my grandmother because my mother couldn't care for us. And then when we were 9, we went back to live with my mother. Mama told my sister and me that it was our responsibility to look after the house. She didn't want the responsibility of the house. She wanted us to do it. So I've never been a big game player. I played some games when I was living at my grandmother's house. They were card games. But that's about it, really. And I played with my cousins. But that's about it, really. So I'm not much of a game player. So I find this Connect4 Kaggle competition problem to be quite difficult. So if there's anybody who watches this video and wants to be a mentor to me and help me with this competition, I really would be grateful. So I just decided that maybe for me to learn how to do this competition question, maybe I should learn a little bit about programming games. So I found this program where you play against the computer. I did find one Connect4 where you played against another player, but I wanted to get a program where you played against the computer, and the reason why is because in this Kaggle competition, you're having to play against the computer. Or really what you're doing is you're playing against other programs. Your program is playing against other programs. So it's quite complicated. I'm a bit out of my depth, and so that's why I thought I'd look at this game. So he called this game 4 in a row. It's a clone of Connect4, and then the game in Kaggle is Connect4. So the first thing he did, and he's got his website right here. Right here is his website. So his name is Al Swigart as well. He's the one that wrote the game. So the first thing he did was he imported the libraries that he would need. And then the next thing he did was he decided that the board width is 7 and the board height is 6. And then he defined the main part of the program. So this is it. The main part of the program. And then right here, over here, this isn't actually part of the program because he's done it in parentheses. And if you do it in parentheses, it means that it's not actually the program. So this is your part of the program where it says print 4 in a row. And then you've got while human tile, computer tile equals enter human tile. Turn goes first. Print, the player will go first. The main board, new board. And now we have a while statement. If turn equals human, draw board, main board, move, get human, move, main board, make, move, main board, human tile, move. If is winner, main board, human tile, winner, human break. Turn equals computer. Else, draw board, main board, print, the computer is thinking. Move, get computer, move, main board, computer tile, make move, main board, computer tile, move. If is winner, main board, computer tile, winner equals computer, break, turn equals human. If is board full, main board equals tie, break. Draw board, main board, print, winner is winner. If not, play again. So now he's defined another function. The function that he's defined is called play again, and this function returns the true value if the player wants to play again. Otherwise, it returns false. Print, do you want to play again? Yes or no. Return input, so it has to be yes. And then he's defined another function, enter human tile. Lets the human player type which tile they want to be. Returns a list with the human player's tile as the first item and the computer's tile as the second tile. And it says, while not tile equals X or tile equals 0, print, do you want to be X or 0? When you entered it, tile equals input upper. So that means you have to input uppercase X or an uppercase 0. And then it says the first element in tuple is the human player's tile. The second is the computer's tile. If tile equals X, return X, 0, else return 0, X. Or O, not 0, O, X. Now he's got a function where he draws the board. So he says print for X in range, 1 word width plus 1, and then you print some things. And then you print the little, you print the board out. He's got another function called get the board. Board equals blank for X in range, that's your board width. Board append space plus board height, return board. Then he's got a function called get human move board. While true, print which column do you want to move on, 1% or quit to quit game equals board width. Move equals input. If move is lower, start with Q. SYS exit. If not, move is digit, continue. Move int, move -1. If is valid, move board, move, return move. So he's got a function called get computer move, board computer tile. Potential moves equals get potential moves, board computer tile. Do. Best move equals max potential moves, I for I in range, board width. If is valid move, board I. Best moves equals blank for I in range, len, potential moves. If potential moves I equals best move score, best moves dot append is I. Returned random choice, best move. And he's got another function called get potential move, board player tile look ahead. If look ahead equals 0, return 0 times board width. Potential moves is blank. If player tile equals X, enemy tile equals 0, else enemy tile equals X. And then he's got, this returns the best move average condition of this state. If is board for, if board, return 0 time board width. It says figure out the best move to make. Potential moves equals 0 time board width for player move and range board width. Do board equals copy, deep copy board. If not is valid move, do board, player move, continue. Move, make move, dupe board, player tile, play move. If is winner, dupe board, player tile. Potential moves, player move equals 1. And then you break it, and it says else, and it says do other players' moves and determine best one. If is board full, dupe board, potential moves, player move equals 0, else for enemy move in range, board width, dupe board 2 equals copy, deep copy, dupe board. If not is valid move, dupe board 2, enemy move, continue. Make a move, dupe board 2, enemy tile, enemy move. If is winner, dupe board 2, enemy tile, potential moves, player move equals -1, break. Else, results equals get potential moves, dupe board 2, player tile, look ahead -1, potential moves, player move, plus equals plus, sum results over board width, return potential moves. He's got another function of who goes first, and it randomly chooses the player to go first. If random in 0, 1 equals 0, return computer, else return human. He's got another function of make move, board player column. If Y in range, board height, -1, -1, -1. If board column Y equals space, board column Y equals player, return. He's got another function called is valid move. So that's board move. If move is less than 0 or move greater than or equal to board width, return false. If board move 0 does not equal space, return false. And then he says return true. So he's got another function called is board full. For X in range, board width. For Y in range, board height. If board X, Y equals space, return false, or otherwise return true. And then you have a define is winner board tile. Check horizontal spaces. For Y in range, board height. For X in range, board width. If board XY equals tile and board X plus 1, Y equals tile, and board X plus 2, Y equals tile, and board X plus 3 equals tile, return true. Now he's checked for vertical spaces, for X in range, board width, for Y in range, board height, -3. If board XY equals tile and board XY plus 1 equals tile and board XY plus 2 equals tile and board XY plus 3 equals tile, return true. Now you check for diagonal spaces. For X in range, board width, -3. For Y in range 3, board height. If board XY equals tile and board X plus 1, Y minus 1 equals tile, and board X plus 2, Y minus 2 equals tile, and board X plus 3, Y minus 3 equals tile. Now you check for diagonal spaces. For X in range, board width -3. For Y in range, board width -3. If board XY equals true and board X plus 1, Y plus 1 equals true, and board X plus 2, Y plus 2 equals true, and board X plus 3, Y plus 3 equals true, return true. And then it says return false. Then so now he's got another function called play again. This function returns true if the player wants to play again. Otherwise, it returns false. Print, do you want to play again? Yes or no. Return input, lower starts with yes. It says if name equals main, you go to the main. So what we'll do here is, since we've done our code review, and it's not something that I'm used to because it's actual programming, and I haven't done the actual program for 30 years. What we're going to do is we're going to run the program and see what happens. So we've program. Do you want to be X or 0? So I want the X. So I run it again. It's make the board. It says the human player will go first. So this was a random number. So if it just picked a number at random, so I get to go first. It said, which column do you want to move on? So I'm going to pick 7. And it put 1 there. Now I'm going to pick 6. I'm going to pick 2. I'm going to pick 5. I'm going to pick 3. 3. I'm going to pick 1. I'm going to pick 5. Computer 1 says, do you want to play again? I'm going to say no. So that's finished. I mean, I know if it was my friend, he would give me but I play this game just to give you an idea. And as you can see, it makes a new board every time you enter an X, because I was X. Every time you enter an X, it creates a new board with the previous information in it. So that's what the copy command was all about. So it's very interesting. I have to learn some new skills to make a game. So it was good to do this code review, have a little bit of understanding about the games, but I know I've got a long way to go. So I hope you enjoyed this program. If you like this program, please like, subscribe, and share. And thank you so much for watching my video.